One Zambia, one nation. This is the Zanis news. Thank you so much for your company. We'll quickly look at the headlines. DMMU hands over 4 boats to Chipili district. Shibuyunji disperses 2.6 million kwacha CDF loans to 26 cooperatives. 400 Lundazi patients receive medical treatment from Flying Doctor Service. And in sports, Copper Queens take on Japan in maiden World Cup appearance. The Zanis news in detail. 4 wards in Chipili district have received boats from the Disaster Management and Mitigation Unit, DMMU, to address challenges people face in crossing waterway points in the swampy area separating the communities. Speaking during the handover of the boats, District Commissioner Wendy Chapewa reiterated government's commitment to providing reliable water transport. Details are in this report.
Konge and Musufia wards of Chipili district border a swampland with one of the most critical crossing points where locals face challenges to cross to each side, especially that the only boat is wasted and a death trap to use. However, the Disaster Management and Mitigation Unit has come to the rescue by supplying 2 banana boats to the villagers of the beneficiary communities.
Chwemba titilo munwe umota usalendai kano mwai katana ini okubomba nga council chairperson kana mpana na ba DC twampana new don uteko buli point so pakwa mpana konshoku nokumfokulira kwenu echalenga tiboti lisain.
The recipient communities are elated.
Bakafuapa bale ya kufia ngalo fya mabola nyampa peni ifya kufuala ne fya kulia fya lionaika ni mumishi bale ikala kanshi mwebuteko ichimwabomba twatotela mwaya tutoterera kuna kuli bakateka weso
onge na itotela pakalamba mulandu wakwe bati abantu tulachula sana pakwabuka okufuma kuno ku point from Nkonge crossing point to Musufia crossing point, especially on 24th every month kulaba umunada abantu balasangwa namasanso ayengi pakwabuka okuisa kuli point pantu nishi abantu bale yabuka nefipena fyena file yabuka
kwa itu letotela pakalamba sana fye kunu moko mkwa itu alechula sana ngaramona boti yesu apa yali onaike sana so da tuchule pa myaka ingi nde mona kuloshana ngwa 5 years na tuchula mkwai lero tuletotela pakalamba kumula ndokati ukulira kwesu lelo kwasukwa.
The Chipili District Administration has since reaffirmed government's drive to address challenges in the district.
Diadi onaika sana. Na abantu bafuila pamensha hapa na bafula sana fika vikwa tsikuli na toto namba ya 18. So chila mwakafi abantu balafwa mulandu wakubudirwa kwe boat. So fo twaishile mpaka badie mwamu mukwasuka kwabo batwasuka bwino batuletela kweli boat. So ili boat diala afu abantu abengi sana abana bamasukulu balifuila po ama farmers balifuila po na ama businessman ngefu bachilala ndatifya efya munada balafu alionzapa so ili boat diala tuafwa sana at least info shabantu shala chepana ko.
David Ndovi for Zanis.
In other news, government is delighted with the performance of some community projects under the Transforming Landscapes for Resilience and Development Trilant in Mpulungu district. Northern Province Permanent Secretary Bernard Mpundu visited some of the Tralant's 1 million worth of projects at Kanwa and Akasabasaba. Christine Muselu now reports.
Government, through the Transforming Landscapes for Resilience and Development Tralad, is supporting farmers in Mpulungu district with livestock as an alternative livelihood project. Northern Province Permanent Secretary Bernard Mpundu was in Mpulungu to appreciate what the project is doing.
I'm very, very excited by the efforts that the communities are putting in trying to achieve the goals of alleviating poverty in our communities. This money is good money, a lot of it, 600 plus thousand kwacha for one village to do this. And I'm happy adding on to the numbers, they are growing to make that their cooperative grows big and work together to achieve, fighting poverty in our communities. And we need just to work hard as the members of government, particularly the civil service, to extend our services to the community so much that they are in the know, they understand how to grow soybeans. How do they maximize the production?
Tralad District Operations Officer Madisela Tembo hopes the project brings more development to communities.
The communities, they've welcomed the project, and so far they are working and the results are showing on the ground. Because for the 61 projects that we have in Pulungu District, we have most of the outputs achieved. And we look forward to a situation as a project where the communities will not only have the outputs achieved, but also the benefits will spread to the community members. We want a situation where there is impact not only by the community members themselves participating in the project, but also the households where they are coming from.
The community is grateful for the support.
Ingana nukuteka kwa nkoko na soybeans ukulima kwa nkonde kungatwazwa ukulingana no wikazi witu ukungalenga nukuti vintuwe ni situation na vino government yatusakamala ingatwazwa nukukwazwa nga ana yansiwa au tuzi mwasikamuzi nakote angazi nganwa ukwaziwa.
Christine Mzelu reporting for Zanis in Impulongo.
Still in Northern Province, government is constructing a modern market shelter with an ablution block at Chishimba Market in Kasama District. The infrastructure under construction will cost 1.4 million kwacha using the 2022 Constituency Development Funds CDF allocation. Details are in this report.
Marketeers at Shimba Market in Kasenga Ward will soon start trading from a decent marketplace following the construction of a modern shelter. The traders who are subjected to these toilets will also have a decent ablution block being constructed at the market using the 2022 Constituency Development Funds. Kasama Town Council Assistant Public Relations Manager Charity Chaiwila, who visited the construction site, explained that the market shelter, which comes with an ablution block, will go over 1.4 million kwacha.
It was brought in by the members of the local people of Kasenga because they needed to trade in a very decent place. So the total cost of this project is over 1.4 project. So it comes with a market shelter and the ablution block, the modern ablution block that side. So of course, like we have heard from the engineer, he says works are expected to be completed in less than a month, so that it's handed over back to the community so that they can start utilizing it.
Stephen Kapambwe from Latex Logistics Construction explained that the works have progressed to about 90%.
These are the works that we are doing in Shimba. There is a market and an ablution block. Yeah, so far I can confidently say we are at 90%. Most of the things that we are doing, we are just winding up. Yeah, so we roughly have less than a month to finish the project.
The marketeers had this to say.
Market if you know market to one via patama malaiti, then nama toilets tava effective. But the market could I feel no ama malaiti, Moyanabikako, na brush on your coil.
Helen Boalia for Zanis in Kasama, Northern Province.
In Lusaka, Kafue District Commissioner Maurice Hikapulwe has commissioned a 1x3 classroom block at Chikupi Primary School. The classroom block has been constructed at a cost of 1.2 million kwacha using the 2022 CDF allocation. Here's a report.
Kafue District Commissioner Maurice Hikapulwe has handed over a 1x3 classroom block at Chikupi Primary School in Kafue District. The classroom block has been constructed to address the shortage of learning space at the school. Mr. Hikapulwe says the gesture demonstrates government's commitment of providing quality education throughout the country.
Because I've been given the privilege today to come and officiate at this function, 1x3 classroom block, which could be. I broke it has costed us 1.2 million.
This event is a crucial milestone in our endeavor to provide quality education to our children in Chikupi. Like it has been said before, education is indeed the bedrock upon which growth and development are built.
And CDF Committee Chairperson Medi Mule has urged the local leadership to take up a leading role in discouraging early marriages.
The next group of people I want to urge and call upon is our traditional leadership. Please, we seek of your intervention in early marriages. We don't want to see our children going for early marriages whilst the president is calling them to this free and fair education. No early marriages for our girls. Even our boys, there are those who want to marry so early. We are saying the president has called us to free education. And for that reason alone, local leadership, our chiefs, our headmen, Indunas, help us in this area.
Meanwhile, both Chikupe head teacher and the learners have commended the government for the structure.
Chikupe Primary School was constructed in 1974, and since then it has been relying on the 11 classroom to ensure that the young girls and boys in this area receive quality education.
It is therefore gratifying to see that our caring and hardworking government has come in to address the problem of classroom space by constructing this beautiful 1x3 block we are receiving today.
Irene Nganga, Zanis, Kafiwe.
We now take a break, and when we do come back, Shibuyunji disperses 2.6 million kwacha CDF loans to 26 successful applicants. Stay tuned.
Life is a journey full of varied experiences. Can we reach our desired destiny? Can we achieve our desired goals? If yes, then how? Join Juliet Mutale on Thursday at 18:30 hours on How I Made It, a program that highlights various success stories from different personalities with different life experiences and backgrounds. Catch Zanis TV on Channel 6 DTT and Channel 458 DTH. Zanis TV, the People's Channel.
For news and current affairs, entertainment, sports, children's programs, and a host of other events in and beyond our borders, Zanis TV has you covered. On Channel 6 and Channel 458 on Topstar.
Welcome back. We continue with the news. Shibuyunji District has dispersed 2.6 million kwacha empowerment loans to 26 cooperatives and small businesses under the 2022 Constituency Development Funds allocation. Mwembeshi Member of Parliament Jamba Majila urged the beneficiaries to use the loans prudently. Details in the following report.
The increment in the Constituency Development Fund CDF has continued to positively impact communities around the country. Mwembeshi Member of Parliament Jamba Machila graced the handing over ceremony of a loan empowerment check amounting to 2.6 million kwacha to 26 beneficiaries in Shibuyunji District. Mr. Machila said the new Dawn government will ensure that people's lives are transformed through the Constituency Development Fund in a bid to reduce poverty, especially in rural areas.
The increment in the CDF continues to impact positively the communities, as we all can see the development in our constituency and the wards and the district at large. We are extremely delighted to be able to award 26 applicants for the CDF Women, Youth, Community Empowerment Loans.
Shibuyunji Town Council Chairperson Adrian Mwanakanyemba, who was present at the occasion, emphasized on the prudent use of the monies.
The idea of the president is that when we get these empowerment loans, after utilizing it with the purpose which we are given, the purpose of which we applied for, we make profit. And after we make profit, we want to see change for the lives of people in the district. We don't want a situation where you get a loan and we hear somebody has failed to repay a loan. So as you use this money, you're not going to pay to the mayor or the MP. Like we are saying here, because to allow vote aba mayor aba MP atwaliye mali mwangwa.
Meanwhile, Shibuyunji District Commissioner Alfred Shaputu appealed to Indobank to continue offering guidance and technical support to the beneficiaries.
And everything, but our people are not experienced. Most of them, if not all of them, this is their first time to get loans. So they will really need, I want to use the word, technical advice from you, the experts. You know how to finance. Us here, we don't know. So we rely on you. You sit them down and they explain. They will be your good clients.
Beneficiaries praised the New Dawn government for increasing the Constituency Development Fund.
Twalikuterera bo mushishishu mwina mu makonstituency amwe ono sunu bwamba ba MP aba DC kwamba titushome sunu bantu tulagubambira kwamba tagwalo kushibuyunji na kumwembeshi district jajitira bwenka mujite mujitira masena amwe lusumpugandiswe kuno sunu tutanda kulumba.
From the CDF money, which will boost our capital. In fact, the delay came up because we had no capital, enough capital. And now we have got enough capital. We are going into the business right away because this business, it will help a lot of people in the community.
Tina Kabamba reporting for Zanis in Shibunji District, Central Province.
Still in Shibuyunji, over 2 million kwacha has been spent on skills bursaries supporting about 531 beneficiaries from various skills training facilities. Shibuyunji Town Council District Planning Officer Maria Lesa says the local authority will undertake more sensitization to create awareness among people to access the funds under Constituency Development Fund, CDF. The district planning officer said this when members of the Central Province Constituency Development Fund, CDF, conducted an on-the-spot check on beneficiaries of the skills and boarding bursaries component. Kelvin Tembo now reports.
Skills training, especially among young people, is key to quality national development. This is why government has embarked on a vigorous skills training program under the Constituency Development Fund. In Shibuyunji District, over 2 million kwacha has been spent to support skills training among young people.
What has been approved for Mwembeji constituency in terms of skills bursaries is 6,583,131 way, and so far what has been spent is 2,886,733.29 way, supporting 553 students. We are confident that as we come to the close of the year, most of these monies will be exhausted. As you know, the payments are done per term.
She also added that government is providing boarding secondary school bursaries in the district.
Now, when we look at the totals for the secondary school bursaries component, both for 2022 and 2023, we are saying that a total of 531,150 was approved, and we've only spent about 267,600, supporting a total of 163 learners.
Beneficiaries and the Ward Development Committee are excited with the fund.
We really thank the government for the sponsorship that they have offered to us, because we never thought we could come this far with our academic work.
At the end of the day, it's not like we are aiming to be employed by any company. It is self-employment. When we go back to the society, we'll be able to do one or two things.
Like if you wish to a long distance, you go to school. Can be basically to school teach you for a distance. But you have some boarding yet. Then is a CDF. Distance here for pick up going to school.
The distance for learners has been reduced. They are here. Then the other benefit we have seen is that previously there are some parents who are struggling with some certain payments. Okay, you know the school cannot run without money. So the secondary bursaries has offset those constraints.
Kelvin Tembo for Zanis in Shibuyunji District, Central Province.
In Lusaka, construction of a 1x3 classroom block at Charleston Secondary School, estimated to cost over 1 million kwacha, has commenced. Chainda Ward Councillor Samampundu says the construction is being funded by the Constituency Development Fund, CDF. Munambonge now reports.
The introduction of the free education policy by government has led to a positive increase in the enrollment of pupils in schools. This has necessitated the building of a 1x3 classroom block at Chelston Secondary School using the Constituency Development Fund CDF in Chainda Ward and Munali constituency.
Well, what necessitated the construction of the 1x3 classroom block right here at Chelston Secondary School is obviously the pressure that came with the free education policy. Obviously, there's a lot more enrollments within our schools, a lot more demand, and obviously a lot more people wanting to send their children into school. And so we sat down with the school administration and looked at the ways in which we can ensure that quality education is improved on as well. And so the 1x3 classroom block is the first phase. The next phase that we should be seeing is the procurement of school desks and additional school infrastructure. We're looking at putting up school halls, putting up school libraries, and the CDF has made this possible. Within a 90-day period, we should see handover. Particularly excited for that, and I'm excited just to ensure that the CDF is tangible for all to see, that our young children benefit from this particular project. The total cost of the project is estimated to be just over 1 million kwacha.
The councillor has also highlighted other projects yet to be done under the CDF in his ward.
We're able to do a lot more with the CDF. So there's not only this project, we also have a project of the TB Center being constructed at Chainda Clinic. We also have the project, very, very important project, of the police post, community police post within Chainda. Several other projects to do with our road infrastructure, drainage infrastructure, and the general beautifying of our community.
Chelston Secondary School Deputy Head Teacher has explained the classroom shortage at the school.
Chelston Secondary School has a total population of about 2,372 pupils, and this is against the number of classrooms which are just 15. So I'm sure with the coming of this infrastructure here, it will help a lot in terms of enrolling more pupils. Where we are here, we are the main secondary school in this ward, and almost on each day we receive people looking for school places. So the coming of this, we expect more pupils to be enrolled.
Pupils at the school have also thanked government for the project.
I would just like to thank the government for the new development in Chelston Secondary School, for building more blocks for us, because we had a challenge. Some of the pupils even still comes in the afternoons, but what the government is doing is we really appreciate.
I would just like to thank the government for the construction of the classes. We had less space here, and a lot of people wanted to have classes and attend classes because we never had enough space. But now, since the classes have been constructed, we now have enough space.
Munachibende for Zanis in Lusaka.
We take you back to Northern Province, where beneficiaries of our food security parks in Luwingu district have paid back 778,000 kwacha in loans for the 2021-2022. The Department of Community Development has since procured 7 hammer mills, a maize sheller, bicycles and livestock amounting to 635,000 kwacha. Helen Walia now reports.
It was a joyous event in Luwingu district as beneficiaries of the Food Security Park, FSP, gathered to receive 7 hammer mills, 124 goats, 5 bicycles, a maize sheller, and 5 heads of cattle bought using the 2021-2022 recoveries. The commitment from the beneficiaries saw the district office under the Department of Community Development collect over 778,000 kwacha paybacks, out of which 635,000 kwacha has been spent on procurement of agricultural equipment and livestock. Ministry of Community Development and Social Services Director for Community Development, Patricia Miamwa, handed over the equipment and livestock to beneficiaries.
Our district office collected a sum of 778,992 kwacha through the recoveries. Our district office has managed to acquire 7 hammer mills, 1 maize sheller, valued at 35,000.
Luwingu District Commissioner Chombachileshe commended the beneficiaries for their commitment to pay back as outlined in the guidelines.
Chirashine mpia mwabweseshe shine mpia shashitefi panuma ya kubwesha mwasuminishanya nokutira bambitwalashitamo imbushi bambi ati awe ifwa mafia tukwata kugaisha tulendenta mfuishitali sana
okuyasanga okuli kigayo.
The beneficiaries are calling for more support from government.
Bantu banamayo bali abayiperesanga mwabapera okubwesha ngokuli pirofo mwabeba.
So yumutima eushiri wakureka tuleta sana kuli bakateka nga chakuti batutwalira kuno nche ndesu kuti yapantanshi nechipowe kuti chachepa muchalo.
Helen Bwalia for Zanis in Lowengo District, Northern Province.
We take another break, and still to come, 400 Lundazi patients receive medical treatment from Flying Doctor Service. Stay tuned.
Hello, it's time for you to know your rights. For ignorance of the law is no defense.
People should report any case of gender-based violence to the police. They should not be tempted to compromise the cases, because compromising a case of gender-based violence is actually an offense.
Zambia, like any other country, has got laws that govern the welfare of its citizens.
We provide some check, some oversight on the police service.
When an officer misconducts himself, he's alone. One person being beaten is enough for the commission to move. The Constitution tells us that the people of Zambia must enjoy their liberties.
Every week on Thursday at 19:30 hours, the Zambia News and Information Services, Zanis, brings to your screens a program dubbed Police and the Community.
If we, the police, and you, member of the public, will work together, because the common enemy we have before us is the criminal.
Catch Zanis TV on Channel 6 DTT and Channel 458 DTH. Zanis TV, the People's Channel. Life is a journey full of varied experiences. Can we reach our desired destiny? Can we achieve our desired goals? If yes, then how? Join Juliet Mutale on Thursday at 18:30 hours on How I Made It, a program that highlights various success stories from different personalities with different life experiences and backgrounds. Catch Zanis TV on Channel 6 DTT and Channel 458 DTH. Zanis TV, the People's Channel.
Welcome back. We take you now straight to Eastern Province, where about 400 patients from Nyangwe and Mwase villages in Lundazi district have received medical treatment from the Zambia Flying Doctor Service team. Zambia Flying Doctors Service Chief Medical Officer Mulenga Chilambwe says the medical team attended to a number of conditions. Details are in this report.
Located more than 50 kilometers away from Lundazi town, with a population of 23,000, are Nyangwe and Mwase villages of Lundazi district in Eastern Province. People in this area have been facing difficulties accessing quality healthcare services. The Zambia Flying Doctor Service is in the area and has treated over 400 patients.
We managed to service close to 400 patients, segregated as general screening. We saw about 130 patients. Then under eye clinic, we saw close to 105. These conditions that we are seeing in the districts, they are ranging from different abdominal problems like gastritis, issues of peptic ulcer diseases. They are very prevalent in the area. And to the women folks, we are seeing a lot of pelvic inflammatory diseases, and these are some of the conditions that we have managed to treat at no cost.
The medical team has also treated patients at Kapichila Rural Health Center. The traditional leaders are happy with the gesture by the medical team.
I was waiting for you so that we see the boundary of that airstrip. In short, I have received you. I'm happy that you help our people here. Feel free.
So yoneka siku ya kwana takula ndirani foko ndo ya kwambiri kuti must extend my services yaso kuno, especially kwa tuno, especially mchiefdom mwanga mu mwaka pchira kutusenzani mu masuka matenda mzapeze osiana siana.
The residents are happy with the services.
Ngandarama zinandi mapano kumta kumalawi ukapenya kwa preska jino. Kene hapo tanyake kuboma kuliko kwenye tukoona soko kuma expenses ya jino ya kwa ya kudura. so tikuonga mwenye huno pakutizilana madokta kuno kwa mwase kuti tifunye mino batikuleko mino kwa free.
We have already seen most of our people here are old. They can't manage to go to a health facility. Their nearest place of care maybe is a Munganga, which is not helping. But now with the coming back of flying doctor service, I think we are seeing some light at the end of the tunnel.
Nelly Bota reporting for Zanis, Lundazi District, Eastern Province.
Now, President Hakainde Hichilema says the debt restructuring deal has opened investment opportunities in various sectors of the economy. Speaking in Namwala upon arrival for a working visit, the head of state says the $1 billion investment in the solar thermal power project is testament to investment into the energy sector. The president says the 500 megawatts thermal solar power investment by ACSG Westland Consortium of the United Arab Emirates will see most rural communities across the country connected to power supply. Chimunya Nalumpa now reports.
The fruits of the debt restructuring have started flowing in, with a boost to the energy sector being the latest. An investment of 510 megawatts of solar thermal power to be injected into the sector. President Hakainde Hichilema, who has arrived at his Naminwe farm in Namwala for a working holiday, is confident this investment will drive various economic activities, especially in rural areas.
The first 10 megawatts will put the plant in Shangombo. Just believe that. Shangombo, the corner of the country, Angola border, Zambia-Angola border, they will have power there. Novel, innovative, employment, business opportunities there. Then the other, in fact, it's 510. The first 10 will be in Shangombo, then the 500 will be spread across the country, even to the remotest areas. We want to take power there so that they too can be on social media, like you. They too can be on internet, children, health, e-health, e-education, all of those issues. Very important. But with it is growth of the economy in that sector, energy sector, it's jobs for our people.
On the agriculture sector, President Hichilema reaffirmed government commitment to formalize export of mealie meal to curb smuggling.
For the first time, this government has negotiated with the Congo government to give us a formal order, 1 million tons. We're not selling the maize, we're selling the mealie meal so that we can keep the milling jobs here. Very smart. But we get a better price so that we are able to minimize, not to stop, smuggling.
Southern Province Minister Cornelius Mwetwa received the president in the province.
Given that he has come out of a very hectic schedule of traveling locally and abroad, negotiating for Zambia's debt restructuring and other opportunities that are going to give the country an opportunity to come out of its economic malaise towards recovery and stability, which should see our people through various opportunities.
The party leadership in the province is happy with the positive strides.
Zambia have got hope now that at least there's something, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. By His Excellency, President Hakainde Hichilema.
Practice Nazongwe is one district which has got a lot of potential for such, because to start with, it is a district with a lot of coal. And it is very hot. We
have already received 1,500 metric tons. So, which is a plus.
Nchimunya Nalumpa, Zanis, in Namwala District, Southern Province.
The Women's Entrepreneurship Access Center has observed that female farmers have continued to face challenges in accessing inputs, resources and technology in their businesses. WEAC Executive Director Nambula Kachumi says this is hindering the growth of their businesses, resulting in women having lower yields compared to male farmers. Ms. Kachumi notes that farming inputs such as seed and fertilizer are not readily available for women in business, adding that bridging the gap is critical to improving food security and agricultural sustainability in the country. Ms. Kachumi stated that women play a critical role in food processing and agribusiness as they are involved in various value chains, including crop processing, packaging and marketing of agricultural products. She noted that empowering women in agriculture and food solutions is not only a matter of equity, but also to drive sustainable development and economic growth. And TechnoSave country manager Daisy Kambundu noted that women are a driving force behind the growth and prosperity of the agriculture and food processing sectors in the country, hence the need to help them collaborate and support each other. In Central Province now, Kabwe District Commissioner Lennox Shimwambwa has called for heightened surveillance of the usage of health center kits in health facilities. Speaking when the task force against the pilferage of drugs swung into action to monitor the usage of drugs at Chowa Health Facility in Kabwe, Mr. Shimwambwa said government has procured the drugs at a high cost, hence the need to safeguard all the medicines against misuse. Here's a report.
The projects being implemented using the 2022 Constituency Development Fund in Chipata Central Constituency in Chipata District. The quality of works on most of the projects has elated the Chipata City Council.
As a local authority, we are very impressed with the works that are ongoing. Most of the projects that we have inspected so far are on completion level. Like I've already alluded to, we are very happy with the works, with the ongoing of the works. We have embarked on different projects. Talk of the crossing points, houses of members of staff in different sectors, such as health, education. It is upon ourselves as a local authority through the public relations unit that we are going to take it up and come up with the newsletter that is going to highlight what we are doing and what the local authority or what the government is doing through the Chipata City Council under the CDF.
Chipata Central Constituency Development Fund Committee Chairperson highlighted the amount of money spent on some of the projects.
The total cost for that house we have seen at Mazimoyo, it has costed us 683,000 kwacha. 683,000 kwacha. We proceeded, we went to Kauzu Primary School, whereby we saw a 1x3 classroom block. That one, the total cost which was involved there, moreover, that was completion. It was not started from the scratch. It was the completion. The total value for that one, it has galloped 353,000 kwacha. We went to a community market in Magazine compound, which is Magazine market. That one, it was again kind of completion. And the total cost on that one was 131,000 kwacha.
And residents could also not hide their joy.
But nitokoza kwa mbili kuti bridge ya pangi even kuti twalandira bereavement pakupita tinaye kupitira pansi, so it was really chinati chotivuta too much. Even na vana va skulu vapita pamene apa kuenda ku skulu, we have got ma schools ndiye amene apa secondary school plus na primary school ili pafupi hospital tonse tienda huku manje ikaloka kwa mbili kwa ikazula hii kulibe otauka, so ni shoro adwala muntu kulibe kwa mena ngapitire yai.
For Zanis News, I'm Stephen Mukobeko in Chipata.
We continue with the news. Now, in Lusaka Province, Chilanga District Commissioner David Shaleni says Constituency Development Fund CDF can transform the outlook of the district following the unprecedented developmental projects being undertaken. And the Chilanga Town Council Chairperson Champion Tembo says school infrastructure projects being undertaken in the district is providing new learning experience to school-going children. Lou Majila was in Chilanga Now reports.
Makeni GRZ secondary school pupils in Chilanga district have never been in a modern science laboratory during their science lessons, just like their Lusaka West Day School counterparts who have never used modern washrooms while at school.
When we learn that potassium reacts vigorously, I need to see how vigorous it goes.
Instead of defecating here, they go defecate in other people's farms.
But the two scenarios will soon be a thing of the past following the enhanced constituency development fund allocated to the schools by the district administration.
CDF has brought a lot of change in the district. Many people have been touched.
The construction of a science laboratory at Makeni GRZ Secondary School and a modern ablution block with ease of access by the differently abled and a shower is hoped to change the learners' attitude towards school at the two institutions.
This school has never had a laboratory actually, and so the pupils that are writing grade 12 have always had to go up to that stage without ever being in a laboratory.
This facility basically is very important to our children and for us teachers, because when the children have hands-on activity, they learn better.
Indirect beneficiaries of the project have thanked government for being deliberate in delivering development and wish more can be done to improve livelihoods.
I would like the government to also provide us another project. That's the reason why I want to do a quality job, in order for government to provide us another project.
Lou Majila, reporting for Zanis.
Chilanga Town Council, through the Public Health section, has seized assorted food stuffs from different shops in Chilanga, Mount Makulu and Mwembeshi wards valued at over 26,000 kwacha. Chilanga Town Council Public Relations Officer Chimuka Mbewe said consuming expired foods can lead a person into developing symptoms of food poisoning. Ms. Mbewe explained that the symptoms of foodborne illness include fever, chills, stomach cramps, diarrhea, nausea and vomiting if it remains untreated. She said the public health inspectors have continued with their routine inspections for food safety in the 12 wards of Chilanga district. This is contained in a press statement made available to the Zambia News and Information Services, Zanis, in Chilanga. Ms. Mbewe pointed out that Chilanga Town Council would like to urge traders and business owners conducting businesses in the district to ensure that they follow the Food Safety Act number 7 of 2019 of the laws of Zambia. Ms. Mbewe added that the local authority shall not relent in enforcing the law to protect public health. And finally, in sports news, the Copper Queens will tomorrow take on Japan in their opening match at their maiden appearance at the FIFA Women's World Cup tournament in New Zealand. Soccer fans and analysts are optimistic about the women's team's chances against the much-fancied Japan. Sande Bwalia now reports.
As the Copper Queens take on Japan in their opening match at the FIFA Women's World Cup in New Zealand, expectations are high among soccer fans and analysts. A soccer analyst has cautioned the girls to remain focused and follow the instructions of the coach for them to carry the day against Japan tomorrow.
If we can play to instruction of the coach and play the way he wants us to play with his technical bench, there's no way that Japan can fail. There's no way that we can fail to beat Japan tomorrow. Obviously, we saw how the Spaniards have taken apart the Costa Ricans today, taken them very easily apart. It shows that Costa Rica are probably going to be the weak link in this group. However, when you look at the rankings, you are sure that all these teams are better ranked than Zambia, so we need to watch out.
Soccer fans are optimistic the Copper Queens will emerge victorious following the exciting display when they played Germany in a friendly.
I believe and I'm confident that tomorrow they are going to win because they are powerful. They are powerful. They are coming with a force. Now that impact of force. And I believe that tomorrow, no matter what, they are going to win. And Zambia, I can just advise you girls, please, don't be discouraged with people.
Above the system we have of German, no selfish player. Was a combination. Il fait bruit. So what I mean about Kuntanshwaria, Ngabe Fatibure Pera 1-2-1-2, il est à la Japan. Japan, Adiba Gudu, Kuma passes, Elotatula Kawangutu. So, Kufurunganyangisa to Furunganya, Pamidi.
The Copper Queens should not fear any team at the tournament, because they have all what it takes to progress to the next level. For Zanis in Lusaka, I am Sunday Waya.
That exciting sports story brings us to the end of the Zanis news. But before we leave you, here are the headlines once again. DMMU hands over 4 boats to Chipili district. Shibuyunji disperses 2.6 million kwacha CDF loans to 26 cooperatives. 400 Lundazi patients receive medical treatment from Flying Doctor service. And in sports, Copper Queens take on Japan in maiden World Cup appearance. That's all the news desk could accommodate, but from all of us here, we are wishing the Shipolopolo a lovely outing in New Zealand and hoping for the best. Bye-bye.